Hi, and welcome to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, I will show you exactly what Aaru or Aaru, the field of reeds, from ancient Egypt cosmology is. You know, the place when you die and you have to go through the gates of Duat. And if you are a nice guy, you will end up in the paradise Aaru, which is the place of Osiris, or becoming Osiris. Aaru, also spelled Aru, or Sekhet Aaru, known as the Field of Reeds, is the heavenly paradise in ancient Egyptian mythology. Ruled over by the god Osiris, it was considered an idealized, perfected version of the Nile Delta, offering eternal life to souls deemed worthy. So, you know, as the paradise on earth, they copied everything and put it up in the sky. Because the field of reeds can, of course, be found in the Milky Way center. This was the inspiration source to invent this paradise. So let's take a look at the Milky Way center here. And I won't hold it any longer because the field of reeds is the striped shadow here in the Milky Way center. And let me draw all the reeds here. And the reason why it's named the field of reeds is because they are the reeds along the bank of the Nile River in the sky. Because the striped shadow is also the Nile River in the sky. So this is very important. And you know, when we are talking about reeds, many of the headdresses was also made of reeds because the reeds in the Milky Way center. All right, let's get into some key aspects here, quick, because the destination itself is the Aaru, the field of reeds, and the ruler is Osiris. And you know, when a deceased pharaoh, he must become Osiris at the very end of his the journey through the Duat. And let me explain here exactly why. Because Osiris is here. Osiris is the Milky Way center. And here we got the headget, or his the crown of Upper Egypt. And here we got Osiris's green face, the eternity or the pure spirit. And Osiris also have his characteristic beard here. So this is Osiris in the sky. And that's why Osiris is ruling over the Milky Way center, the field of reeds, the striped shadow. Okay, let's get into the key aspects here of the text. Aaru was envisioned as a lush, fertile land, a perfect, eternal, and productive version of Egypt, free from pain, suffering, or hunger. And of course, when the Egyptians were looking up at the Milky Way center, they were looking at the stripes in the striped shadow here and imagined that it was all the deceased family members and people and whatever. And they were up there exactly like on Earth and doing the exactly same thing, harvesting and sowing and, just in the eternity, because that's very obvious when you see, when I mute here, you can imagine the divine landscape, and all the people up there is working on the Nile, in the Nile Valley, or in the Nile Delta, or whatever you like. But up there is no problems. Okay, the journey and judgment. To reach Aaru, souls had to pass through the dangerous, chaotic underworld, or netherworld, Duat, and survive the weighing of the heart ceremony. The deceased's heart was weighed against the feather Mart, and if the heart was not heavy with sin, they were admitted access to the paradise. And let me show you the weighing of the heart, because I made a video regarding this subject, but let me just show you here. Oh, let me get it back. So, just to make it quick, the weight is here, and the stripe shadow is like the vertical, the holder of the balance bar. And then we got the stripe shadow is also the feather of Math. And the heart, of course, is the golden disc here in the Milky Way center. And the entire thing up here is, of course, the Hall of Judgment. So that's the final destination before you go to the exams, exactly same place, just with another purpose. So here you got the weighing of the heart. Eternal life here. In paradise, the righteous dead were believed to live on in the presence of the gods, reunited with loved ones and continue their earthly activities. Yeah, exactly what I just spoke before. They imagined the same life up there as here and described it through the Milky Way center. And by the way, everything in their cosmology is described through aspects of the Milky Way center. And all the deities and everything. Okay, and here comes the appearance. How does it look up there? Depictions often show Aaru as a series of islands. Here, or maybe a big island here, covered in golden reach and rushes requiring navigation by boat. Yes, and there's two boats in the Milky Way center. There's the big boat here, sailing across the night sky every day. And then we got a little smaller boat, to sail through the duat, or sail to the area from the mortal world. And this is the striped shadow here, is also the crescent, the boat with the oars in the night sky. And let me see here. And then, of course, we got the golden reeds. And the reason why they are golden is because the divine disc light here, the golden disc, is shining down through the striped shadow here. So it looks like, when you look up there in real life, it looks like golden reeds. So that's the shining divine light from the Milky Way center that make the golden reeds. And what else do we got here? Yeah, and the boat was required to navigate by boat. Yeah, of course. Go into the light. Aaru was considered the ultimate goal of the Egyptian afterlife, providing a secure, joyous, and eternal existence after successful judgment. Yeah, so that's the end station inside or becoming Osiris or in the field of reeds, right there in the center of the Milky Way, the mother and father of all things here. All right, that's it. Now you know where to find the Egyptian paradise, Aaru, the field of reeds. And thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, take care and see you later. Bye.